things to know if you want to succeed as a Christian, as a believer, and as a born again. Things you need to know. 1, you also devote yourself in reading books and reading the Bible. Secondly, you need to be praying. You don't joke with prayers. Thirdly, you need to develop a sense of hearing, to hear from God, to know where to go and where not to go. I think the fourth one is that you also need to submit yourself to one spiritual head or the other, one that God has directed you to, so that you will guide your path into becoming successful and attaining heights as a child of God. Also, if you want to be successful as a child of God financially, there are things you need to know. You don't need to do away with your circular friends. Yes, because you gave your life to Christ, you disbox them, you displace them out of your life. No, of a truth, you need to minimize your relationship with them. The kind of discussion you are having, the kind of gist, places you go, you're mingling and stuff like that nature. But although you don't need to totally write them off. In fact, sometimes by looking at your life, they might also give you become born again. So you don't need to write them off. There is still hope, because you were once in that realm, but God found you and now you're a child of God. So you don't need to write people off when you give your life to Christ and say this one is an unbeliever. And so you know it as a child of God. If you open a company, it is not all the whole believers that will come and buy your product. Unbelievers will come and patronize you, and because they are unbelievers, you will not sell, else you will be poor. There are days that believers will not even patronize you, just unbelievers. So does that mean that you will not sell? No, you got to sell. So you should neutralize your heart. You should neutralize your heart when you are dealing with an unbeliever. You see the person, you see their nature, and try as much as you can to help them up completely. And also, if you have business contracts that are genuinely, but it's not coming from an unbeliever, it's not coming from a believer source, but it's coming from the linking of an unbeliever, but it is a legal deal, it is a legal business. As a child of God, it's business. You need to do it. So let me just stop this to be lengthy. But if you have any contradiction, you can just drop it on the comment section. This is Odogwu Smart Cliff TV. Please share the video. Also drop your thought on the comment section. Please share so that people will learn. This is Odogwu Smart Cliff TV. Thank you. God bless you.